Thank you for joining us today with your Ideal Minute. We are here with Trot Therapeutic Riding of Tucson.
Very good.
Yes, and Jeff, and we appreciate it. They're actually looking at buying one of our office modules here and get it here for a new part that you guys are doing. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Well, Therapeutic Riding of Tucson does therapeutic horse programs for people of all abilities, we like to say, and we also have a counseling segment. So think of traditional counseling, but instead of being in an office, you're outside on a horse or with a horse.
True counseling,
and we do it for veterans, for first responders, for anybody that needs our kind of services. We're looking at an Ideal Mini for a office trailer to give our counselor some privacy. You know, it's not just a nice thing to do, but HIPAA requirements, she needs to have some privacy with her clients. So Ideal Mini is actually looking like the perfect thing for us. Or Ideal Tiny, I'm sorry.
Ideal Tiny. We're actually modular, so we play on all the words. You
the small house.
Yes.
We're looking at the small house.
That's awesome.
It would just be great to have that here.
Okay.
And then you want to go from that corner. Well, you have infinite space that way.
30.
So the main distribution power panel,
that's the big one that I'm going to need to
is right over there. Well, it's a complicated story because we have 5 meters on this property.
Okay.
Where do you want to go from?
I just want to see what I got, which I've got another 30 feet. So we can fit it. It'll fit both ways.
Oh, would it? Really?
So Margot, yeah, so we're 21 feet by 9.5, so we can fit it just like that to kind of get a nice view for you.
Yeah, we're thinking, you know, after Margot said maybe put it this way, because the way the sun goes, this way you don't have the sun shining into the broad side of the building all day long. So, I mean, but since it fits both ways, that gives us a little bit of flexibility, which, you know, will become an issue as far as.
So now let's figure out where the electrical.
Well, we can go this way. Just watch out for snakes and all that other good stuff.
Lived here my whole life. Yeah, I'm always looking for it.
You can tell somebody from Arizona is because they always look down when they're walking.
That's right. That's right. I'm always looking for the good snakes so I can take them home.
Yeah. So this is our 3-phase power that comes in from that pole right there, which handles the well pumps and the well motors. And then
ideally that would be the best one to tap into.
Well, and it'd be a much shorter run.
Yes. Well, and I don't have to, we don't have to cut in through all of this.
We have our electrician that does a lot of work for us. I told him about what you guys are doing, and he would be able to do the work also.
Perfect.
Probably.
Right.
And then that's the power panel that controls the house, the office.
So if we've got space, that would definitely be the best place to take it from.
Yeah. And Cassandra said you need 225 amps.
No, I only need 125, but we really only use 50 amps of it. So
okay, 125 amps. And I'm guessing it's is it 120 or 220 that goes out?
Well, it depends on. It really depends. We can do both, but we'll run it just straight wires, so it'll be 110.
Oh, okay. 125 amps. Okay. And really, the only thing that's going to run in the office is, you know, the air conditioner that comes with the unit, and then, you know, lights and
lights. So it's really, for those ones, it's 125 amps. So if you wanted to add something to it, you can. There's plenty of space in that breaker box.
What's the power draw of the air conditioner? Do you know?
It's 40.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty of amperage left over there.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. You mind if I peek in here?
Yeah, that's the circuit panel. Yeah, and then this is just all the relays and stuff for the pumps.
Okay, so you've got
I don't know if you'd be able to tie into that, or if they would have to run another line.
Well,
but if you can use 3-phase power.
Yeah, I think we can. So what we'll do is we'll talk to. You got enough there. So I mean.
And is there room?
There is.
Blank panels?
Yeah, there's got 100 amps, but we really don't need all of it, so we can just make it work.
Okay. Well, that would be ideal if you could literally just throw in another breaker and then do that would be a lot cheaper.
We can. So could I borrow you for a second?
Yeah.
And we'll just measure this so I can kind of get an idea.
From the panel?
From the panels, so we can get a right price on that.
Here, I'll do this even for you, so you get the run up too.
Perfect. You good?
That one's pretty simple. Yeah, that's perfect.
So 54 feet. Of course,
Yeah.
we'll get if you got an electrician out here, we also get one out, but we'll have our electrician look at it and say, hey, here's what it is.
Yes, your electrician is probably familiar with your requirements a lot better. It would be
It's pretty much just standard with everybody. So
the big issue that we're going to face as far as placement is the floodplain.
So the cool thing is the way we do it is we do helica piles. So we actually bring it up. Do you know what? I'll look
And that actually is better, that it's elevated.
Yeah, so we'll be elevated minimum 18 inches, and we can elevate 4 feet for the floodplain.
Oh, okay.
As high as we need to go. The only difference is it's just a little more cost on the stairs, but that's it.
That's what I was going to ask you next, is do you have then the commensurate steps that would go according to the raise? That's nice. Did you hear that, Margot? They can elevate it up to 4 feet. Yeah, he says that would be the other thing is since her clientele may or may not be physically disabled, we would probably want a wheelchair ramp going up to it, not just a
ramp and stairs. Okay.
Yeah, it would have to be an ADA compliant ramp.
We would bring a trailer in and a crane in, and we would just prior to that we would lay it out, square it up. We do what's called a helica pile, and so they're these big long screws that go into the ground, and then we simply set it right on there in about a day.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good to know that you said you're putting screws in the ground, because this is also kind of where you can see the grass grow.
Yeah,
that's the
water line.
That's the water line, the pressurized water line that goes to the covered arena that you first came in.
So could you do me a favor and just hold that into that real quick again, just to see what we've got?
And to be honest with you, I don't know what's between this. I just know this one is here because I was here when they made it. There may be others, but
so we'll need a private. We'll get a private utility locator out here.
Yeah,
to make sure.
As far as the stairs covering and stuff, that's fine. But obviously, if you're going to drill big screws in the ground, that we don't want to hit a water line.
Yeah,
that's going to slow everything down.
Yeah. Yes. So we've got plenty of room here. So
also, if it's this way, then this could turn into client parking. Yeah.
And we got a lot. If we're going to need a ramp, we're going to need enough space.
That's true. Or run up there. Yeah.
So it makes sense for us to run the ramp out that way.
Yeah. So let's just for now plan on it being placed this way.
We can do that. Well, this is fairly simple because we're only running electrical.
Yeah, since we're not going to put a bathroom in, no sewer or septic or any of that stuff, and you have more than enough overhead room. You don't have to worry about
today,
that.
I've spent the day looking at it, and there's always an electrical line ahead of us. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so easy.
Yep.
So
and plenty of room for the crane to come in. And you guys handle all the permitting, correct?
Correct.
And obviously installation.
Correct.
The one thing I never asked was the warranty. Building defects.
It's a 1-year warranty on all materials. It's 5-year on the AC unit that's in there.
Very nice.
We will warranty our roof up to 5 years also.
Okay. Perfect.
We want to make sure it's no big deal for you guys.
Great.
Just simple.
So what's next steps?
So next step, I'll take this stuff and I'll get a price bid out for you.
Okay.
And then I'll get that over to you, and we'll make sure it fits within what's reasonable for you guys. And then once that happens, we already actually have these ones built. So once we have that, we submit to the state. The state is the one who is over top of this particular type of build. Then it hits the municipality. Once both of them agree on it, then we bring it right out.
I'm so glad you guys do all that.
Okay, that's all I got for you today.
Awesome.
It'll give me about a week or two, and then I'll get you back the price quote on everything. And
oh yeah, that's perfect.
And go from there. And it's absolutely beautiful. And Edgar should have got some panoramic views of this, but absolutely gorgeous. This, just being out here, makes your brain a little bit better. So that's awesome. Well, we love what you're doing out here, and we'll get you everything that we can.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. And that's Clay Abernathy with your Ideal Minute.